Bill Telepan was among the first to sing the virtues of fresh, locally grown and seasonal ingredients. He was walking the sustainable walk before others were even talking the talk.
He is the chef and owner of two restaurants here in New York, Telepan, and the recently opened Telepan Local. As executive chef of wellness in the schools, reforming the city's school lunch program, he was selected by First Lady Michelle Obama for her Chef's Move to School task force. Chef Bill Telepan, welcome.
Thanks for having me
to the dish.
Today,
welcome,
so.
neighbor.
Exactly.
Good to see you. We have lobster here.
We have
the
lots
rest
of
of it
lobster
looks
and
incredible.
lots
What
of
else?
vegetables and sweets.
I mean, look
of
at this lobster plate right here.
That's I wish I could present it like that at the restaurant because that's pretty amazing. Like
I wish I had brought Tupperware.
5 people. Yeah. Well, I don't think there'll be any left by the time the guys get done with it. So.
Walk us through everything else that we're seeing,
Yeah.
because we mentioned in the introduction you do a lot of locally sourced, really wonderful, sustainable things.
Well, what's funny about the lobster, it's we're very seasonal at both restaurants, and the lobster is the one dish that hasn't changed since day one up at Telepan. And it was one of those dishes before we opened, I was consulting and I did a party for a friend at this restaurant I was consulting at, and we had some lobsters laying around, and so I put this together and sort of refined it before we opened the restaurant, but I was like, this is going to stay on every day, and I try to have it once a week. So if there's a favorite, I guess this is a favorite, even though I don't like telling people I have one favorite. So, and these are
we pinned you down there.
Yeah, exactly. And these are the pea pancakes, and they come on every spring at Telepan. And we actually have people calling up around March saying, when are the pea pancakes going on? So it's kind of nice. And then we have 2 dishes here from local. One's we just put on, it's asparagus with ramps, a little lemon ricotta, and then some artichokes with a little farro salad. And so at local, it's a small plate version of Telepan. So with, a little pared down, a little simpler. But what I love about it is that we're able to sort of get all these great ingredients in that we do at Telepan and sort of and then sort of simplify them there and just sort of serve like nice little vegetable dishes. I mean, we have fish and meat also, but really get to go into the seasons with this concept. And then we have 2 desserts. Both are staples at each restaurant. One's Larissa Raphael, our pastry chef, created the peanut butter gianduja. Wow. That's kind of like the lobster bolognese because I'm a big chocolate peanut butter nut guy.
Who isn't?
So that'll never get off, and I have to have that once in a while. And then also our coconut cake, which was, it's been really a favorite, quick favorite for people down at local.
So you opened the first Telepan about 10 years ago.
Yes.
When you first opened it, what was your vision? What did you want diners to get that you didn't think they were getting?
Well, I think, I wanted to sort of bring the sort of seasonal cooking that I've been doing at my previous jobs before that, and it's in a neighborhood, and I live on the Upper West Side, so I kind of know the neighborhood pretty well, and I knew that I wanted a place that people could come and just sort of walk into and have this friendly, friendly staff greet them and just have something that they're not going to cook at home. There's a restaurant in Florence, Italy called Trebreo that's been there for many years, and I love that place, and my partner who opened the restaurant loved that place too. And you walk in there and the staff is happy, the food is really good, the wine list is great, and you walk out of there feeling better than you felt when you came in. And that's kind of the vision we had going into that.
We're all in this together.
So, yeah, we're all in this together, and we're here to make you have a good time. So, and that's what I've been able to sort of work on it and get to know a lot of people who come in, and so it's been great.
Because a lot of people that worked there in 2005 and still work there today.
Yeah, well, and a lot of people that worked there worked with me back in 1996, so it was kind of fun.
Which is so rare in the restaurant.
Yeah. But I'm lucky to have some really great people who sort of followed me through, and it makes the transition, easier, and certain things, like you just sort of have this speak that you could just go blah, 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 and then they're like, and they understand that things get done. So
well, the decision not to have a satellite location in Las Vegas and 40 other Telepans around the world, that was a conscious decision.
Well, yeah, I heard Red Lobster is selling for $2.1 billion, so that's my goal, actually. Well, it's kind of like, I just love the process. I love being in the restaurant, on a daily basis. So to have, and now with the other location, I try to get into both. So going somewhere else, I mean, maybe, but it's just flying back and forth. I just like being in the business.
Well, we think the work that you do with Michelle Obama is also fascinating.
Thank you.
It's great stuff that you're doing and bringing a lot of really healthy options to kids in school. As I hand you this dish and get your signature on it, we want to ask you if you could have this meal with anyone, past or present, who would that person be?
I guess, this kind of meal would be great to have with my family and stuff. There's probably a long list, from comedians to ex-presidents to civil rights leaders to just a lot of good people out there. But I think, you know, right now it'd be just great because I work so much just to hang out with my family.
Sure. Well, I can see now why you're one of the most likable chefs out there. Chef Bill Telepan, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And for more on Bill Telepan and the dish, head to our website at CBS This Morning.